Hello, hello, hello. Hi, friends. Hi, welcome to Crochet and Chat. My name is Sammy. I teach crochet with Yarn Over Hook. Yarn Over Hook is a free social media for crocheters to create, learn, and connect with other crocheters from around the world. If you have not joined already, you can join for free via the link in the description below. If you are already a member, hi, hello, welcome. Thank you very much. Hello, friends. Hi, good morning. I want to be sure. I just had like a chocolate chip muffin for breakfast and I forgot to check my face. So let me make sure I don't have a little bit of chocolate. It was so good. And we've been like eating them all week because I got them and should not have. And so now we're trying to get rid of them. And I was determined to finish them this morning. It was so good. And now I'm like full and cozy and ready to crochet. If that makes sense. Hi Kiwi's Crafts. Hi Riri. Hi Michelle. Hello friends. What did we bring to crochet? What did we bring to drink? I have of course my Starbies. Look what they drew. Look. They put a little cat. It says hi. I don't know how they knew, but they knew. And it's so cute. And it made my day. So I have my Starbies. I have a few things to crochet. Yeah, I have a few things to crochet. Some very exciting things, but we will get to that. Okay, so announcements. I will be live next on Tuesday at 3:30, our typical Tuesday live. And that will be the last live until Thursday the 22nd. Hold on, please hold. Please hold. Hold on. The 22nd, okay. I feel like I'm just taking it day by day at this point. My wedding is next Saturday. And so, yeah. So, Tuesday will be the last live until after the wedding, and I will be live again on Thursday the 22nd at 3:30 our typical time. So I am excited to see you all this Tuesday, and then I'll see you guys in a week. We're so close. And I am just ready for the day to get here. I'm ready for the day and ready for a mini moon afterwards so that I can just relax and crochet. I'm like narrowing down, trying to figure out what am I going to bring to crochet because we don't have anything to do all day and we'll just be like in a spa and just hanging out. So moving on to the crochet, there is one thing I will be bringing with me. I am testing a pattern. Yes, Ribbon Wedding Week, yay! Okay. I seriously cannot get over how gorgeous these squares are. Just look at how pretty these are. Look at these. Look at how gorgeous. I had to influence her hand. Look at how gorgeous these squares are. It's giving desert rose. It's giving forbidden flower. It's giving like cozy tea in the garden. That's what it's giving. And I am so excited. So I need to make 20 of these for a laptop case and a bookcase. And originally I was just going to do a laptop case because like I don't really carry books around because I have a Kindle. But the laptop case is so cute, and having that set, are you kidding me? Absolutely. And she would really like it if people did both. And I was like, oh, say less if I must, because do you see how gorgeous these squares are? I'm so excited. I'm so happy. My husband helped me pick the palette because of course, crochet husbands for the win. And I haven't blocked these. Can you guys believe it? This is crocheted with a 3mm hook, worsted weight yarn. So they're tight. They are stiff. Stiff squares. So I don't know. I will probably steam them, but they're already so stiff and like these corners are so prominent already. It's already the same size. Like, we'll keep crocheting. And if I find I don't really have to block them, I'm not gonna block them, but we'll see, because I don't want the shape to then give when I'm putting them together. But I mean, I crocheted these pretty tight because I wanted to keep the flower tight and I wanted to really stick with the dimensions, as well as like I want a good sturdy case. So I was like, yeah, we're crocheting this and we are going to be super consistent. And I already crochet tight, so there wasn't a whole lot I had to adjust to make these. Yeah, this is just incredible. I'm really happy with these colors. I was nervous about the dark brown, like in the center at first, and then with that like rose and then the red, but man, it's just like beautiful flowers. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy with how these are coming out. Thank you so much, Mars. Thank you. Hi, Crochet Master. Hi, can you make a crochet cardigan soon? I am working on a hexagon cardigan. I'm working on a hexagon cardigan. But I haven't picked that up in a minute, and it's also been like really hot. We're going through a very strange heat wave. So anything that I would have to wear that's heavy and a sweater, I am not interested in making right now because it is HOT. Happy Saturday, Keela. Hello. What's it for? I just got here. Mars, no worries. It's for a laptop case and a bookcase. Yeah, I have to make 20 of these. So we might make one. We might make one during live today. But I don't know. I don't know yet. Hello, friends. Hi. Let's see. Hi, Michael. How are you? Hi, Han, and all popping in to leave my thummy and say hi and leave some love. Thank you. Got a lot of non-YouTube stuff to do today. Have a great day and weekend. Thank you so much for stopping in, Michael. I really appreciate that. Good luck with all of your stuff today. Have a good day. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's that. Mars, were you the one I think you were, on Wednesday asking about the tulip rose hooks? Were you the one asking about the tulip rose hooks? Did you see the post that I put on Yarn Over Hook? Here we go. Are you seeing this, Mars? I'm speechless. My brother, Roman, you're the best, got me an early wedding gift. I literally cried when I opened the package. Mars, they are so nice. I am crocheting. Because I hadn't started the test yet, when I got these, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be perfect. I can test these out with the test. I can test these out with the test. Your brother is the best. He is the best. Friends, this is the rose, or the tulip rose hook. So they have tulip red and tulip rose. And he sent me the tulip rose. So it comes with this really pretty tassel and charm. This case is so sturdy and fun. Very fun case. It also comes with a little zipper pouch that has wee scissors and darning needles. Let me show you the wee scissors, because the wee scissors are also in a little case and they match the case. Really good V scissors, and they're in rose gold. I love rose gold. My wedding ring is rose gold. I'm really trying to keep it together. I'm trying to keep it together. And then the darning needles, also rose gold. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. Crochet Master, I want one now. I know. Yeah, they're really nice. So sweet of your brother. You had an awesome brother. I need one. What is it called? Is it Amazon? I think so, yes. The tulip rose. They're tulip rose. That's what they're called. How do you like them? Have you used them yet? I love them. I have been using the 3mm. So let me show you guys the sizes. So there's 2.2, right? Yeah, 2.2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5. No, hold on. 4, yeah. 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, and 6. So essentially it goes from I don't know if this one has a letter in US. Does 2 have a letter in US? Is that D? I don't know if it has a letter in US. But the largest is J. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know if it does. Because yeah, I don't think I've ever. Oh, here we go. Let me see. 3.5 is E. And then 3, B, C, D. I don't know if I've ever seen a letter on 3. Now that I'm thinking about it. B? I don't know if I've ever seen that though. Because like, I never really thought about the letters on my smaller hooks until now. Oh, because I know them by numbers. That's why I never thought about them. So, because like a 2.5 is a 2. It's so strange. It's so strange. Yeah. But anyway, it goes from 2 to 6. And I'm loving how they're feeling. This flat grip does feel really good. I need to do like a true test, like crochet something with it with the same size hooks of like this and the clover, and crochet something and just see how I feel. But as of now, I really like the grip that I have on it. I'm already crocheting pretty tightly because like I said, I'm using a 3. I'm using a 3 with worsted. This yarn typically, let me see what it typically calls for. Oh, I just love this case. I love this case. There is 2.25 and is a B. Okay. It is a B. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I don't have any number or letters on my smaller hooks. I never really thought about that. Okay, so this usually calls for an H, a 5mm. I'm using a 3. I like it. I really like it. I like the way it feels. It's flatter than the clover. Is this a 3? That's a 4. I have a 3.5 in a clover, but I have an off-brand in a 3. So we'll just compare these two. It's close enough. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't have a 3 and a clover. Okay, so these are them from the front. So you can kind of see like the width is about the same. It's about the same, but the shapes are just different. Shapes are very different. It's like very rectangular and then it goes down. This is a bit more oval. And then if you look at them from the side, the tulip is flat. It's just flatter. And the clover hook has this bump at the back. So that's really the biggest difference. They still have this really nice thumb rest here, whereas the tulip has this like block. So as I'm crocheting, I can like rest my thumb there, which is really nice, that the clover doesn't have. So I like it. I like it. I like it so far. But I will definitely keep you posted, especially you, Mars, because you were asking about it. I will definitely keep you posted. Oh my gosh. Wedding week giveaway. First 3 get a yarn over hook tumbler. Get your yarn over hook tumbler, folks. Oh my gosh. Yay, surprise. Yay, 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 yay. First 3 people to order on that link get the tumbler. Yay. Grab your tumbler, friends. Grab your tumblers. Mars, I found the blocking board at Joann's and the cashier gave it to me for $6. I want to see. Can you post a picture on Yarn Over Hook? I want to see. I didn't know that I don't think I've seen a blocking board there. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's coming out of the warehouse into Joann stores that I did not know that they sold. Like, I didn't know that K&C had a Yarn Swift. And I had a friend post a photo in this crochet group chat that I'm in. And they're like, does anybody want this? And I saw it too late. Otherwise, I would have gotten that. Oh, I'm so bummed. And I have not found one in my store. I feel like I'm like, I don't know what. I don't know. I'm missing out on the stuff. I feel like I'm missing out on the stuff. I'm really glad that I got this bowl. Because I have not been seeing any more of these. So I am actually really glad that I got this bowl. Oh, in Joann news, I think Deja posted it on Yarn Over Hook. There is a company that's going to be selling big twist. So it seems like Big Twist isn't going to only be at Hirschner's. I'm hoping that they keep this train going. I want to look into it more. But it looks like Big Twist is not going to be exclusively at Hirschner's. Which I don't remember them saying is going to be exclusively. I just remember them saying that they were going to carry it. So that's interesting. I'm hoping that somebody picks up K&C because I do really like that cotton and I love the colors that are available. When picking the colors for this square to practice, it was kind of difficult. Because like I said, like Michael's... I'm really trying to give them a good, solid chance with the cotton, but they only carry loops and threads and the colors are so limited. The colors are so limited that it took me forever, 1, to pick out the colors, and 2, did you guys see what they posted on their website? They posted a banner that said welcome Joann's customers in the Joann's green, and I was like, oh! Okay, well, hi, hello, yes, I'm here, but let's up our selection first before we start throwing jabs at people. Like, we are sad and grieving that Joann's is leaving, and y'all got jokes. Can we just get more yarn? Save the jokes until after we get more color selections in the cotton, because I'm actually really starting to like the loops and threads cotton, but the color selection is just like getting me. It's getting me. So I need Michael to hold off on the shade, okay? Hold off on the shade. Get more colors. Hold off on the shade. Mars, the cashier, told me that there's even more yarn than what's on the shelves. They just haven't put out yet, and she's thinking some locations may extend until June. That's interesting news, Mars. That's interesting news. Our cashiers, the ones at my store, said that they don't know when they're closing. The one that told me May 31st was a different store. So I don't know when mine is closing either. And they also have tons and tons and tons of yarn. So I was there this past Monday and there were like towers, boxes, and people shopping were just like trying to like locate yarn. And that's where I found this. Like, this wasn't on a shelf. This color was in a box. And someone happened to take one skein out and tape it to the outside of the box. And I saw the color that caught my eye. I was like, oh, I like that color. I don't know if that's what they're going to start doing to get people to go in through those boxes, because they're not unstocking them. They're not unloading those boxes. They're keeping those boxes and just cutting them open. And us ravenous fiber artists are just like, rah, just going in on these boxes because I was. Yeah, so I don't know. Hi Renee. How are you? Welcome. Michelle, one of the locations in Ohio has closed and I didn't see them on the April list. So this just seems like it's all over the place at this point. That's interesting. Yeah, it just seems like it's all over the place right now. Well, get to Joann's, y'all. Just get to shopping. Keep shopping. The one yarn no one seems to be buying is Draper James, LOL. Has anyone ever used it? I got some green for a project I have in mind. Draper James? I've never heard of that brand. How interesting. Draper James. At Joann's? Yeah, I don't think I've seen this. Did you get the wool? That's so funny. One of the first posts is, has anyone ever used this yarn before? I believe it's brand new, so people have barely bought it. Oh, it's a fashion brand tied to Reese Witherspoon. I didn't know that. Oh. There you go, Mars. Reese Witherspoon's yarn. Founded by Reese Witherspoon, Draper James is a classic American style, steeped in Southern charm, feminine, and pretty. We're so happy you're here. Interesting. I wonder if it was exclusively at Joann, because Joann also has patterns for it. You'll have to let us know how it goes. One tumbler gone, 2 to go. Grab your tumblers, friends. Grab your tumblers, those of you who just joined. It's my wedding week, and the team is celebrating by giving away 3 yarn over hook tumbler. 3, not 3. 3 yarn over hook tumblers. So grab one. Yay! Thank you. Let's see. Yes, it's at Joann. My mom and I were trying to find the price. Because the one I have is wool and acrylic. Please keep us updated, Mars. Please keep us updated. Okay. So I have my desk here and with all of my crochet stuff for the live, right? And it's so hard for me to pick out of the two which one to show first. I might need some help. I'm going to need some help. So the one on the right or the one on the left? You guys just tell me, right or left? Help me pick which one to show first. We're going to show both, but I can't decide which one to show first, which is why I've just kind of been staring over there and I can't decide. So right or left? Right or left? Help me. Right or left? Just pick one. Everybody just pick one. Because I can't possibly. Right or left? In the meantime, I'm going to show you guys where my tails are. Here are my tails. They're getting full. So full. I'm excited. I still haven't found a pattern for the pillow that I want to make, but saving these tails have been making me really happy, actually. Okay. So we have a right. I think I do want to show the right because I'm almost done with it. And I'd like to finish it, but the left one is finished. I shouldn't have said that. Ugh, that's probably going to influence choices. Okay. We are going to go with right. We're going to go with right. Okay. Here's my bag. Oop. And there's my yarn. Here's my bag, friends. I'm trying really hard not to scream. So I am almost done. I actually only have one more row to go, because I want the straps just one more row thicker. Look at it. Look at how beautiful it is. And I tried it on. I had put on the straps. I had done the chain and then threw it on my arm and stood in the mirror and was just like, it is so perfect. It's so, so perfect. I am so happy. I'm so happy with this. If you guys weren't here for Whip Wednesday, here are the matching scarves. They are so perfect. They're so perfect. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So perfect. Thank you guys so much for helping me choose what to do with the scrap yarn. I am so, so happy with my little scarves and this bag. I'm going to look so cute on the beach, at the market. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so, so, so excited. Hi, Shrek. How are you? It's gorgeous. Just love those colors. It looks like it would be perfect for a beach. Yep. Perfect for a beach trip. That is what I am... That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I've been envisioning. I am just so excited. All of the swimsuits that I have are bright colors. I actually have orange and pink. This like exact orange and pink in here for my swimsuits. And I'm just at a loss for words. I'm so, so happy with how this turned out. I've also decided for those other 5 skeins, the red, kind of like turquoisey teal, the yellow, the green, and the purple. I'm not going to do the starburst square. I think I'm actually going to do a hexagon version of this bag. I saw a hexagon version of this bag and I loved it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do a hexagon version. But yes, this is where we are. This is where we are. So we're going to finish this today. I'll probably just finish this while I chat with you guys for a second and update you on what I did yesterday with Crochet Friend Alexis. Did your wedding happen yet, hun? It did not. It did not, and I'm ready for it to happen. It's going to be next Saturday. We're so close. We're so very close. So very close. Okay, so yesterday, Crochet Friend Alexis and I went to the LA County Fair. And we saw not just our squares, but her entry into the Art Unleashed crafts competition. And she had won Best in Division. Yay, Alexis, confetti, confetti. And so I wanted to see her ribbon. I wanted to see her display, like what she made. And it is so nice. It is so nice. She's posted pictures before on Yarn Overhook and on IG. But the pictures do not do it justice. She walked me through all of the details on what she did, how she set certain pieces, the choices that she made and the construction. It was just incredible. It's incredible. And I was so happy that we could just sit and like talk about it and she could like point stuff out to me. Let me pull up a picture just to remind you guys what it looks like. So here we are. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Just amazing work. Amazing, amazing work. I still can't get over it. And it's bigger. It's bigger than it looks. It's big. And we were just like, man, we were just talking crochet and just like kikiing about competitions and like how that stuff even works, like in the tier system. And it was just, oh, it was so much fun. We had so much fun. And walking through the craft exhibition hall was just so nice, and seeing all these, like, especially the kids. I think that's what made me like the most happy, was seeing all the crochet done by children and seeing just like their imagination come through in their crochet was just so lovely. Let me show you guys the squares. So if you go remember, Chaos Crafts, Lori of Chaos Crafts, wanted to do an installation, a group project, a community installation to the LA County Fair. And so it was going to be one of those crochet granny square tapestries that you like see like in Mexico, in Europe. I think Italy has one that they do all the time. I think it's in Italy. It's just like a huge tapestry of crochet. So that was the original plan. But with the fires going on in LA at the beginning of this year, the fire department was pretty concerned about that being outside and possibly like the dangers that could come with that. So they had to basically not chop it up, but put it in pieces to then display in the crafts exhibition hall. So let me show you how it looked, how it turned out. It is a bummer that it wasn't a like canopy, but it was still gorgeous to see this. Look at that. Just rows and rows and rows. Oh, so gorgeous, so gorgeous. And then on the other side, rows and rows and rows. Ah, incredible. There was amazing, just amazing crochet. Let me show our squares. So they're sideways because of how they had to hang them, but it's okay. This is our squares next to each other. So remember I crocheted this one during the first episode of Stitches. So it's in the Yarn Over Hook colors. So it's for our community. And then here's Remy the crafty hedgehog. So we can kind of, there we go. So you can see Remy. Oh, it was so fun. I told her, don't tell me where the squares are. I want to find them. And so we're walking through and just, oh my gosh, it was just incredible to see all of the amazing, amazing crochet. And then I spotted them and like squeaked. I like squeaked. And it was just so nice. It was so much fun. We saw so many different things. And I feel like I kind of want to try and do it. I have, you just asked, let me see. Crochet Master just asked, how many craft fairs have you done? I've never done any craft fairs. So it would be so nice to do one. Alexis was explaining how easy it is to do this craft fair in particular. Well, not the craft fair, but like to submit to the competitions, the craft competitions for this fair. And I think she said that it costs only $4 to enter, and if you get best of division, the prize money is $100. And so she won $100 for best in division for her piece. And I think I might try next year. Ooh, I don't know. I'm not like a competitive person in that way. Like I don't know if I've ever done anything like that. Like even just not crochet, just anything where I was like, I like made something and put it in a competition. I've never done that. And so I'm kind of like, ooh, about doing something like that. But seeing all of the pieces, it was just so cool. It was so cool to see all of the crochet. There was so much crochet. There was so much crochet. And it was so validating to see all of that crochet after like, you know, all of our talks about how it feels like crochet is like the neglected sibling of knitting, and like how yarn stores and fiber stores tend to put crochet like off in a corner somewhere, like in a drawer in a back room. So it was just so nice to see crochet represented so incredibly, like, and like a spectrum, just a whole spectrum of crochet. It wasn't just amigurumi. It wasn't just blankets. It wasn't just wearables. It was like, it was everything. It was everything. And it wasn't even just in the classic style of crochet, like classic stitches. There was mosaic, there was tapestry, like there were doilies, there was filet crochet. It was just incredible. It was incredible to see all of the different things that people were making, and it was just so validating and just wonderful, and I had so much fun, just so much fun. But it would be really, really nice. I know that Lori of Chaos Crafts is wanting to do another community project for next year's fair. And so I will definitely be staying on top of that, because if it's something that we as a community on Yarn Over Hook can contribute to, then I would absolutely want to do that. Like this year with them doing granny squares, I had hoped that I could set something up where you guys could crochet granny squares and then just send them to me, and then we would add them to the canopy. But I had gotten the information, like I got the information like a few weeks before they were due, but the person who I was in contact with wasn't getting back to me, so I couldn't plan anything. So next year I'm definitely going to be more on top of like hey, like, let me know. Let me know what I need to do so that our community can be involved. And we will get our squares up there. We will get your squares up there. It will be so, so, so much fun. So I will definitely keep you guys updated and posted on that. Like, I'm sure they'll probably start it at the beginning of next year. So I'll definitely be on top of that to do something with the Yarn Over Hook community. I think that would be so, so, so much fun. And even like something else across the country, if there's something that we can make to contribute to something for a fair or a festival or something like that, we'll be on top of it so that we can contribute Yarn Over Hook stuff. I think that would be really, really fun. And even like at the end of the year, there are always like so many like scarf and hat drives and blanket drives for the holidays. And we already want to do something with that in collecting different donations from our Yarn Over Hook members. So yeah, we're going to be getting out there, guys. We're going to do some community stuff because seeing this just like, it was just so inspiring, so validating. It was so empowering. My crojo was just like through the roof. I was crocheting the entire time while we were walking around, like making these squares, and just nerding out about crochet with crochet friend Alexis was just so much fun. Hi, Daniel. How are you? I'm having my first one in Christmas. Wish me luck. Good luck, Crochet Master. What are you planning on? Is it market? What are you planning on selling? What are you making? Good luck. Good luck. My goodness. I know Riri just posted today on Yarn Over Hook about World Fair Trade Day. Is that what it's? Fair Trade Day? And like pricing stuff and all that jazz. So definitely check that out. I think that was really interesting. I didn't know that was a day. I feel like there's a day for everything. Let me double check what this was. World Fair Trade Day. Okay, cool. I got it. As makers, we've probably all had conversations about fair prices for work done. We've also probably had conversations about crochet things online that could only have been made by someone's hand. Let me touch on that a little bit. So while we were at the fair, we went to the shopping area and there were a few. Were there 3 different stands? I think it was 3. It might have been 2 of selling like crochet stuff. And it was like I think the term that's being used is temu crochet, because it's just crochet bought super, super cheap in bulk. And it's obviously made by somebody. Somebody had to use their hand to make it because crochet cannot be made with a machine. Each stitch has to be made individually, unlike knitting. And so if you see crochet in stores, or you see crochet at a booth that's just like, I don't know how to describe it, because I feel like it's just something you can just see it. You can tell. Like that was not made, like you didn't make that stuff. That stuff was purchased. And was not made typically by the person who was selling it. We had approached a booth that was selling that crochet, and I asked the person who was selling it, I was like, oh, did you make all of this stuff? And they were like, oh, no, my friend's mom and her friends all made this. And guys, it was tons of stuff. Even just the hair clip tray alone, which was micro crochet, like that stuff had to have been made with a hook smaller than a 3. It had to have been smaller than a 3mm because they were so small. And there were, oh my gosh, I could confidently say there was over 100 of them. So there was just no way. There was no way that one person made it. There was no way that 3 people made what was at that booth. And I kept asking her, I was like, all of this stuff handmade? And she was like, yeah, handmade. And I was just like, that's incredible. And she's like, yeah, she's really great. Like, she's really awesome. So I'm selling them for my friend's mom. It was just, it made me so sad. And to see all of the micro crochet being sold my hand was hurting. Like, I was like, my hands are hurting, like, seeing this stuff. It was such a bummer. It was such a bummer. That was really the only kind of down for the day, was seeing that, because it was just like, I was bummed to see that, it's bumming to see that markets are allowing that to be sold. But I mean, what can you do if the person's saying like, yeah, I made it? You can't be like, well, no, you didn't. But I guess, I don't know if there's not a system in place yet to kind of like spot that, the like mass produced crochet that's being sold as handmade. Because I mean, it is handmade, but not, you know, like, it's not in the way that we would typically be excited about seeing handmade stuff at a market, you know? And I find it so much fun when I'm going to a market and I'm seeing somebody there at their crochet booth, and they're sitting there crocheting away, and they have 5 stuffies, maybe 1 sweater, 2 little, like a little bin of like little things. Like, I know that they made all of this stuff. I know that they made all this stuff, and that they worked really, really hard on it. And so it's a bummer to see booths being accepted at markets and fairs where it's obvious that the person who is selling this stuff, they bought it. Like, they bought it from like a mass producing factory. Yeah, it's such a bummer. It's really, really a bummer to see. But we just have to put our foot down, especially as crafters. We have to put our foot down, spread the word, like, to let people know and make them aware that like this stuff, like, don't buy this stuff, don't support this type of business. Otherwise it's not going to go away. So I know that there are some big box stores that are also selling crochet stuff, and it's such a bummer to see that. And people are doing a really good job at calling it out and like making videos, posting them on IG and the Clock app, letting folks know that like, hey, like, this wasn't made by, like, this had to have been made by hand, and the person who made this probably did not get paid a fair wage. Because a lot of the stuff, like I said, was micro crochet. Oh man, for like $8. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? My hand is hurting again thinking about it. So yeah, that was kind of a bummer to see, but I didn't let it crush my crojo. We kept it pushing and just kept talking about how wonderful the crochet was to see. And like, oh man, the number of crochet pieces that were made by children just like made me so happy. It made me so happy to see that craft being passed on and seeing kids getting excited about crochet. It made me so happy. So happy to see. There were like dolls. There were so many dolls. There were characters from shows like Gary from SpongeBob. There were like pigs and cow stuffies, food. There was this amazing Star Wars display. I don't think that one was a kid. 'Cause it was incredible. I don't think that one was a kid. And yeah, I think that was in the adult division. I'm trying to remember. Some of them had tags and some of them didn't. But the amount of time that had taken, I was like, there's no way a kid did this. And then there was like this giant plushy pill bug or roly-poly that a kid made, and it was so cute, and it looked like it could fold in on itself. Just like genius. So it was so fun. It was so fun to see all of that, and it just makes me so excited about the next generation in handicrafts and fiber crafts, especially because there were so many cool things. There were so many cool things there. If you guys have a local, like your county fair, your state fair, and they have a craft section, definitely check it out. You might draw some inspiration. You might be surprised by what you see. If there's a competition or something with some prize money, look for that. Maybe submit your crochet, and then let us know. Obviously, let us know on Yarn Over Hook so that we can support you. If there's any way we can support you, even just blasting it and letting folks know to go see it. But look for that in your community, because it was just so cool. It was so cool to see. Mars says, Crochet Master, good luck. I look forward to doing one someday. What would you do, Mars? What would you guys sell at a market or a fair? I feel like I would want to do maybe cozies on a cup, like something. It would have to be something that I can crochet up quickly, something that I can make a lot of, and something that I think like a lot of people could use, like anybody could use. So probably like cup cozies, maybe hair clips, maybe like market bags, because those ones are mesh, so they like crochet up pretty quickly. Oh, coasters. Coasters would be easy. Pot holders. Yeah, I feel like those would be kind of the things that I would do. Oh, stress balls. I think stress balls would be a really good one too. What other like little things? Maybe mittens, depending on the area. Mittens would probably be cool. Yeah, I would think so. Mars, I think I would sell keychains, bag charms, hats, bags, coasters. Oh, keychains and bag charms would be really, really good. And hats. Hats wouldn't be bad. That would be a little bit more time consuming, but not as much as like amigurumi or wearables like clothes. Maybe a few mid-size to large size plushies. Mid-size to large size wouldn't be bad. Like a couple, just a couple of those. It wouldn't be bad. I feel like it would just be a lot. This is the last stitch. This is the last stitch, friends. My last stitch. Oh my gosh. And that's it. That's it. This bag is done. I could cry. I could cry. Oh, wait, it's not done because I have to weave in some ends. But we're like done crocheting. I opened this bag this morning and realized that I didn't weave in my ends to my squares. I was like, Samantha, it's from the magic circle. It's those ends. Because you guys saw me weaving in the ends as I went, but I have to weave in the ends of the magic circle. But here we are. Oh my gosh. Michelle, I did 2 last fall for the holidays. I plan on doing 1 spring, summer. What did you sell, Michelle? What did you make? Let me see if I can cut this. I'm pretty sure I can. I think this was weaved in. No, let me weave in. Let me do some weaving in before I start cutting because I'm not 100% sure what I've already woven in and what I haven't. Oh, this one I can cut actually. That one I know I did. And this one I think is okay. Okay. Oh, that one's okay. Okay, anyway. I want to hold it up first and then we can talk about ends. I probably won't do them on live because that's boring. Okay. Here it is. Here's my bag. Here's my bag. Here's my bag. We're all done. It's done. It's done. Oh my gosh. Look at how gorgeous it is. I am so happy with the white. It's like really making the colors pop. I feel like I'm gonna use this bag every day, and that's not gonna be good because then it's gonna like fade or not fade, but I don't know. It's just gonna be worn down. But I want to use it every day. I want to show it off everywhere. Lindsay, hi, thank you. Hi, Snow Wolf. Let's get a close up. Close up for the bag. It's like, there we go. We'll style it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Influencer hand. Influencer hand. Oh my goodness. And you guys helped me make this. You guys helped me pick. You guys helped me pick the colors for our final squares. And I made all the squares I made on live with you guys. The joining I started off and finished on live. And then the trim, I did it off live. But look at this. Do you see this here? Crisp. Crisp. Just gorgeous. Here are the sides. Also crisp. Look at that. Look at that corner. Look at the craftsmanship. Who made this? Me. I did. I made it with my hands. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy. Okay. I do want to weave in this one end because it's really bugging me. I want to get that one in. And then I'll show you guys the left. So we picked right. This one was on the right. And I will show you guys left, which I'm also very happy about. But I can only kind of show you it. You'll have to wait to see the full thing after the wedding. Okay. Mara says, anyone ever used Bernat blanket to make a blanket? I only ever see amigurumi. That is so funny. I wanted to make a nice size throw or blanket. So I've seen Bernat used a lot for hand knitting. I actually see it more for hand knitting blankets than I do amigurumi, so that's actually really funny. Yeah, I mean, the people who do the hand knitted blankets as a business, I've only ever seen them use Bernat. So, and there you go, Michelle. Michelle has used it. But I don't think you can go wrong with Bernat, Mars, at all. I don't think you can go wrong with it. Okay, we're just gonna do this one. And then I will show you guys what I finished last night. So we are knocking down my whips. We're knocking down my whips. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, but I added one yesterday. So we're at 6. I forgot I added one. I added one just yesterday by starting the test that I'm doing. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. How many tumblers do we have left? How many tumblers do we have left? Oh, did we get them all? Did I miss it? Were they all done? Did I miss it? Team, did I miss it? What happened? Okay, here we go. I feel like sometimes I'm like doing like surgery when I'm like weaving in ends. All right. I think that's good enough. It shouldn't go anywhere. Okay. I wanted that one because it was just on the outside and I want to be able to see what my blanket looks like without tails poking out everywhere. But the inside, so I just have like, they're like whites that need to be like weaved in, woven in because of my join as you go. So there are some tails of that need to go in places. And then just like the centers of like my squares, I didn't weave those in for some reason. So those will need to go in. I think this is the worst amount of ends. I'll just show you guys. We'll be transparent here. I'm so upset to see this. I never do this. What was I thinking? Oh, some of them are crocheted over a little bit. So some of them, yeah, some of them can be cut. And I did crochet over them. I wove in as I was joining. But a lot of these, Samantha, there's so many. Good grief. Yeah, I think this is like the most. This is the most I have ever left myself. The most I've ever left myself. Horrendous. Horrendous. Awful. Lindsay, I love your yarn wall. I love all the colors. Thank you. Thank you. I really need to fill in holes and rewind yarn, but thank you so much. Thank you. I love it too. I had actually contemplated doing one over here as well, but I think I'll probably just put another board. I'll put another board up. So I'll make it like 36 by 24 as opposed to 24 by 24. So probably, you guys can't see it, but Squidward Bold and Brash is at the top. A painting of Bold and Brash is at the top of my yarn wall. And I think I'll just extend it up because I think I want one more panel. But, look at these ends. Just hire someone to weave the ends, JK. Do you want to do them for me? Because these ends are no joke. These ends are no joke. Ugh. And it's so funny because I feel like this is a normal amount for a lot of folks. There's a lot that I can cut. There are a lot of tails in there that I can just cut because I've already like crocheted over them and I feel confident that it'll stay fine. But this is the most I've ever left myself. Okay, that's the bag. That's the bag, friends. Man, I'm so happy with this. So happy with this bag. Okay. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that folds up. Are you kidding me? Cute. I feel like I want to like now do like a little drawstring to like, why would I do that? I don't know. Okay, so we chose right. When I offered you guys the choices of right or left, we chose right. So now we're gonna do left. I finished the slarf. It's so warm and cozy. It's so warm and cozy. You guys can't see the full effect, but I'll put it on so that you can see kind of the effect because this is going over my wedding dress. I do need to weave in some ends and cut the ends here at the sleeves. I just need to weave in the ends here on the inside. I just need to cut. I finished this at like 2 a.m. 2 a.m. I originally made it too big, finished it, add the last cuff and everything, put it on, and I was like, this is ginormous. So I had to then undo everything and pull back 12 rows. So I went a size down in her pattern. This is Hello Gabby 88. I highly, highly, highly recommend this pattern for beginner. If you don't mind a bit of repetition for the main body part. I had to do 102 rows of double crochet, but it's 30 stitches. So it went quickly. It did go quickly. It was just long. I highly recommend this pattern. This is the Everlasting sleeve scarf on Hello Gabby 88 on Etsy. I'll put this side on first. It is so like magical and just pretty, and I love it. Love, love, love it. So how do I, right, okay. So I take this and I wrap it around myself. Hi, the love of yarn from Sweden. How are you? Welcome. We're so happy to have you. Okay. And so this again was made from the K&C wool yarn. Did I do this right? Yes, I did. Okay. I have to I really should put it on like a scarf first and then put my sleeves in, or put my arms in my sleeves, because that will make it a whole lot easier to put on. So imagine me in my wedding dress, right? We're in my wedding dress. And it's a little chilly. We're eating, hanging out, and it's a little cold. So I want to put on my slarf. And this is it. There we go. This is harder putting on sitting down than it was standing up. Okay. Now I wish I could show you guys the back because the panels are crossed in the back where this is straight in the front. The panels are crossed in the back and it just, okay. You guys will get pictures. I will post pictures, but tell me this isn't so elegant. Tell me this isn't so elegant. I am so happy. Are you going to share your pictures with us? Absolutely. Absolutely. Mars, yes, I love it. Thank you. I love it too. It's perfect. I wonder if I can it's so funny wearing this with my Volare. I don't know if you can kind of see that it's crossed in the back. You can kind of see it. But I'll be sure to post pictures of the back because the back is so pretty with the crossing. The front is really nice. It gives a really nice fold here that's just so, oh, it's just so cozy. And then the back just crosses perfectly. And then it goes into these sleeves. Oh, hi. Yes, today's my wedding day. I'm gonna do that exactly. And you are divine. Thank you so much, Renee. Thank you. And you can wear it after the wedding too. I can. So the reason I'm wearing it this way and not the crossed way is because it looks a little bit more casual crossed in the front. I'll show you guys. So it'll be perfect for cool summer. I'm already so warm. This wool is nice. It is nice. I am planning on wearing it for date nights, summer date nights and stuff. I think it would be really, really nice for that. But I had originally thought, when I tried it on last night, I had first tried it on crossed and I didn't like the way it looked. It wasn't, not so much I didn't like the way it looked, it wasn't what I had envisioned. With me, I was imagining me in my dress with it and I was it's not really hitting the way I want it to hit. And it's because I feel the crossed in the front is a little bit more casual than the plain kind of just drape that I just had before. It looks a little more casual to me. So let me see. This is awesome. I'm doing this sitting down and with a Volare pillow on me because it is not intuitive. And so then there's a nice little drape at the back with this, but it does come off a little bit more casual. So that's why I decided to put the drape in the front, because you can wear this 3 ways, I think is what the whole thing is with this, with the slarf craze is wearing it 3 ways. So this is with it crossed in the front. Isn't that just so cute? Isn't that just isn't that just gorgeous? I really do love it. I really do love how this is coming out. But you see how more casual? I feel this is a nice brunch, we're going to brunch kind of look. I like the drape for the a more formal look. I love it. I'm fine, thanks. Are you getting married? It looks very cozy on. I am. My wedding is next Saturday. Thank you so much. It is very cozy. Yeah. I love the cross, but it feels, especially when I'm standing, it just feels more casual. I'll have to try it on with my dress to see which way I like. But as you can see, so you can kind of see my blue shirt through this, right? But man, I am already sweating. This is so warm. So I am not concerned. I am not concerned with that. At first I was oh, this is not going to be warm. It's very airy, because I particularly like this pattern because of how simple it was. I wanted something that didn't have a whole lot of decorative stitches because I didn't want it to distract from my dress. So I wanted something very, very simple. And so this pattern was perfect. But because it's all double crochet with a big hook, it's very airy. However, I picked wool and said, I think she picked the worsted acrylic and I picked wool. So this is warm. Like my arms are very warm, even with the airy stitch. And yeah, so this is how it came out. This is my slarf. Congrats to you. I'm hopefully getting married next year. Oh, congrats to you too. I was supposed to be getting married in 2019. Oh no. Wow. So it's pushed like 6 years. Holy cow. I'm so sorry. I hope that you're able to do it soon. Sending you all the good vibes. All the good vibes. Yeah, there it is. Doing a little modeling. Yeah, so I like it. I really, really like it. Definitely recommend this pattern. Hello Gabby 88. I did have to make adjustments for the cuffs. So she recommended an H. I ended up using a K. And then I did keep the same hook size for the body. But definitely don't be afraid to match that gauge. If you have to go up a hook size to match, just go up the hook size. It's going to be worth it. I ended up not using as much yarn in the end because of that. So I have a lot of yarn left over. So I'm hoping with the yarn that I have left over, there's a bag that I want to make. That's like, they're almost like starburst granny squares, but they're hexagons. They look really pretty. And I think a bag in this color made from that wool with like a brown, like pleather strap, I think would be really, really nice. So I think I'm going to use this yarn for a bag. The rest of the yarn that I have for a bag, but yeah, this is it. What's your favorite thing to make? So my favorite thing to make are actually like home things, like things that I can use. So that's why like I'm really excited about the pattern that I'm testing because it's a bookcase and a laptop case. So I'm like really, really excited. That's what made me really want to test it. Because I've been wanting to crochet a case for my laptop. But I haven't found a pattern that I liked. And so I really liked this pattern. So I'm testing the crochet, what is the name? I just realized. I don't know the name of this pattern. Let me get it up. Oh, I don't think she's named it yet. I don't think she's named it yet. It's just the flower granny square laptop sleeve and book sleeve. So that might be the name. But it's by crochet _ by Olivia _ so you can see the pictures there, and as well as like keep an eye out for when the pattern is released. But I'm testing it right now. Testing ends on the 25th of May. So I'm assuming she will release the pattern after edits are sent. We're supposed to send edits and photos, or feedback and photos, by the 25th. So keep an eye out if you're interested in making that pattern. But yes, Lindsay, my favorite things to crochet are house things that I can use. What's your favorite things to crochet? All right, so this is done. I also decided I'm not going to block it. There's a caveat. I'm not going to block it yet. I don't. So typically the way that I have blocked my cotton sweaters that I made, I submerged them in water, soaked them, wrung them out, or like rolled them out in a towel, right? I almost just went to drink my coffee over my scarf, my slarf. And then I hang it up to dry. Like I'll lay it like flat across our like drying rack. But I can't do that with wool because wool has memory, is what crochet friend Alexis told me. So if I did do that, it would remember like the bars that it's laying across. And so then I'll have ridges in my work. Or it will remember the droop. If there was a droop in the bars, between the bars, it'll remember that. And so then I'll have that droop there. So you get what I'm saying? And so I don't have there are foam pads that Riri has recommended, as well as crochet friend Renee, and I need to get them so that I can try them out. I think that will be the best way for me to block this. So I'm not going to block it before wearing it for my wedding night. But after that, so that I can wear it in the fall and like cozy winters here in LA, I will block it. I don't need it any bigger or any smaller. It's perfect. The size is perfect. And so I don't want to mess up the sizing right before my wedding. I already have enough stresses. I would have hated to spend the time crocheting this. Hi, Dill Creations. How are you? From Sri Lanka. Hello. I would have hated to spend the amount of time I spent on this just to block it and ruin it. And it's my first time blocking wool. So we're just going to leave it. I will probably not even take it out of this until the wedding day. I'm like being so careful with this because yeah, that took, it took some time. It definitely took some time. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Hi, Ethan. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Renee, anytime you want to borrow the blocks, just say the word. Thank you. I really should get my own because I should not be blocking on a rack, a dry rack. And I think I do want to work more with wool. So I need to get my own foam pads. I like the pack that you have because it comes with so many. And then the foam pads that Riri has, she also really likes. So I need to see. I might get them sooner rather than later because I tried to put these squares on my blocking board with the pegs, and it's like, it's right in between, like, how do I say it? Like the grid. So if I try to put it on here, it's like right in between the grid spaces. Like if I put it on this hole, it's going to be too small. If I put it on this hole, it's going to be too big. It's perfectly in the middle, and I'm like so bummed. So if I want to block this, I'm gonna have to, yeah, it's just gonna stretch it, and I don't want to stretch it. If I want to block these, I'm probably going to have to put them on a mat, because yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm gonna have, it'll stretch. And these are like perfect. The gauge, it's perfect. They need to be 4.5 inches, and they are exactly 4.5 inches. So I can't, I do not want to put them on a block because I'm gonna end up making them 5 inches. Like, it's such a bummer. It's such a bummer. Oh, there's my little stand. Here it is. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to get foam blocks anyway because I can't block these squares. Let's see. Destiny has the same ones I do. Okay, cool. So does she like them as well? That sounds like so much fun. My wedding? All of it? The crochet world? Yes, I'm having a lot of fun. Corkboard and pins. Barb, hello. So I also considered that. I want to steam these because they're cotton. And I've never steamed on a cork board, but I do like the idea of the foam pads because they come in a bunch of pieces that you can then shape, like you take them apart, put them together, take them apart, put them together, and then they come with pins. So I do want to get them. And I know a lot of people who have them and love them. So they've been on my list. They've actually been in my cart for a really long time. So I really do need to just go ahead and get them. And I think like this is probably going to incentivize me too, because I would like to block this. I just don't know if I need to. I want to make all 20. I'm going to make all 20. That's what I decided. I'll make all 20, see how they all line up next to each other. If I feel like I'm going to have to do some tugging, like in the seaming process, then I'll block them. But like you guys can see them. They're like, they are like literally, they are perfect. They're perfect. I have never crocheted a square that I didn't have to block. And I don't know what happened. I'm loving it. I don't know what happened. It may be the tulip hooks. and maybe the tulip hooks. Maybe they have a blocking magic in them. But yeah, I haven't had to block them. I don't know if I'll have to block them. Let's see. Do you use a steamer to block Mars? I do use a steamer to block my squares. So I didn't use a steamer on my bag. I just did a dry block for those because I just left them on the board for like a week plus. It was a week for the last square that I used. So it was like 2 weeks for the first square that I made. So typically when I dry block, I make my squares and put them on the board. Make it, put it on the board, make it, put it on the board. And then once I'm done with my last square, I wait a week to 10 days and I just leave them. So I waited a week before putting them together after my last square was finished. So that's what I did with that. With this bag, I steamed them. I put them on a block and one by one steamed, let it dry for a little bit, and then I put another one on top, steamed. Dry for a bit, I put another one on top, steamed. And I left about like an inch in between each one so that they could dry properly. And then once they were completely dry, I took them off. That's how I steam them. So I do different things. It just depends. But I really like using my steamer to block. These ones, if I put them on a foam pad, I will likely keep them down flat or straight so that it'll be a dry block. If I can set up the foam pad in a way that I like it like vertically, then I'll do a steam. But like I said, I don't know. I'm going to make all 20 squares and I'll just go from there because I don't know if I need to block this. I don't know if I'll need to block it. And especially because they're just cases. They're cases, 1. 2, cotton. It's not going to stretch a whole ton. And 3, they're all coming out, like at least the 2 that I made, came out consistently. Like the only reason I think at this point that I would end up blocking these squares would be if I made a square and it came out too big or came out too small. But because of how big I need to make them, if it comes out too big or comes out too small, I'm just going to redo it. I'm going to redo it and adjust. Like that feels like the best plan. Saying that out loud, like that feels like the best plan. But as long as I stay consistent, then I shouldn't have an issue. What are you going to do with the squares? Love them. This is for a pattern that I'm testing for a laptop sleeve and a bookcase. So I have to make 20. Aren't they just so gorgeous? My favorite thing to crochet, granny square blankets. Oh, very nice. Lindsay, do you make them for friends or do you tend to keep them? Renee, yes, she does very much. Okay, cool. I think I'm going to go ahead and get those foam blocks. Ethan, hello. What are some of the things that I can block larger projects on, like blankets or sweaters? So I feel like that's where the foam blocks come in handy. Because that's why I want to also get them. Because like this scarf is long. It's long. So it's perfectly wide for those foam squares because they're 12 inches. Typically it's 12 by 12. But the length, I feel like I would need like 10 squares. And so like that's where the foam squares come in handy. Like you can take them apart and put them together. They're almost like playmats, those playmats that kids have where you can take the squares and put them together. It's literally the exact same concept. And that's what makes them really great for blocking. So that's why I'm kind of going back and forth on if I want to get those or not. But I think I will, especially if I want to block this scarf. I literally have nothing else that I can use. If I want to steam this, if I want to do a soaking block, yeah, I have nowhere else to put it because I can't hang it up because it's going to remember the shape of the hanger. I can't lay it on my bed because then it's not gonna dry. I can't lay it on a drying rack because the bars are going to put imprints on it. So it has to be flat. So the foam blocks make the most sense. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so moving on. It's a lot of crochet today. We're moving back to my wall hanger, my 2-pocket wall hanger for my newspapers and potentially some small crochet books, especially like my hooks and needles. Like it would be nice to be able to put these somewhere. So I did a little bit after our live on Wednesday. So this is where we are. Here's where we are. So I can't remember how many Suzettes I have here, so I'll have to count them. But remember, friends, this is the front. We're going to crochet, finish these 2 triangles here. It looks almost like a Christmas tree. That's so funny. We're gonna finish these 2 triangles here, and then we fold this one in first. We fold this and seam the end, and we have a pocket. And then we'll have another pocket at the bottom. And we're gonna hang it over there. And put my Crochet Now newspapers and my little crochet books in them. Okay, so let's get to crocheting this one. Let me count how many Suzettes I have, actually. See how much I have left. I have 24. So I need 9 more rows because I need 23. I need 23 Suzettes. And I add 1 every row. So we need 9 more Suzettes. Hi, Rigby. How are you? Long time no see. Michelle, I use my foam blocks to block everything. Blankets, scarves, wearables. Oh, so you have some foam blocks too. How do you like yours? And then you guys who have foam blocks, how do you block your stuff? Do you steam? Do you do a soaking block? Roll them out and then put them on the foam pads? Do you do a dry block? Do you do all the above? Oh, I think that's a good poll question. How do you block your projects? Dry. Leave them for a period of time. Oh, hold on. Leave them for a bit. We'll just do that. Leave them for a bit because it's too many characters. Steam. Soaking, a soaking block. We'll call that like when you soak it and wring it out. So we'll put soak and roll. Soak and roll. And then I don't block. I'm gonna leave that as an option. I don't block. So how do you block your projects? Dry, leave them for a bit. Steam, soak and roll, or I don't block. Rock the vote. Rock the vote, crochet friends. Rock the vote. Mars. Oh, okay. I was wondering when I seen the pic how that part folded over. Yes. Yeah, so I'll seam it. I'll probably seam it on the inside because I always find like an inside seam more attractive. So I'll probably try and figure out how to seam it on the inside. Love them, all of the above. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll definitely look into getting the foam pads for blocking. Lindsay, so far I've just done it for my 2 kids and making them blankets. Oh, very nice. Then how did you block them? Very, very nice. I love it. Did you let them pick the yarn? There are some folks I've seen where they make stuff for their kids and they let them pick the yarn, and it's so, so sweet. I think it's a really cute way to get kids interested in making things. Okay, so we're fighting again. This yarn does not like being in the bowl. We had this on Wednesday too, and I just wound these. These are like freshly wound cakes. Okay, there we go. We just need to warm up. We needed to warm up. Okay. We are all good now. The variety of stitches I also saw at the fair, man, there were so many different stitches. There were some that I couldn't even figure out what they were because it looked like some folks did their own spin on some of them. Like there's a stitch, I would look and see, and I'm like, oh yeah, I think it's that. And I would look at the next row and be like, wait, huh? How did they do that? And what did they do there? And it was just so fun. It was so fun to look at people's works and like see them interpret different themes for categories and like the prizes and stuff. It was just such a ball. It was such a ball. If you guys can find a fair, a craft fair, or a festival, a craft festival, or something that even just has like a craft competition or exhibit or an exhibit, definitely check it out. Who knows what kind of inspiration you might find. I had not considered doing a hexagon granny square bag for my other rainbow yarn until I had seen a hexagon bag in one of the competitions. So who knows, you might find some really good inspiration. So definitely keep an eye out on what's going on in your area. See if there's a craft thing. Maybe you can submit to a competition. That would be really, really fun. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Oops. How's your crochet going? I think you said you were making pot holders for your market. How's it going? So with the yarn that I have left over, there's actually a pattern. The pattern for the hexagon tiles in the hooks and needles box that I got last month. I might be able to actually use my leftover wool to make that bag, as well as making the pot holder in that month's hooks and needles box, because the yarn that I got in my hooks and needles box, I was going to make the bag and the little like organizer. But I think if I like that bag, I'll just make another one in that like cream color one. But there is a pattern that I have been eyeing on Etsy, and I need to just get it, by Brianna Kay, that uses really beautiful hexagon. And I think that this yarn would actually do well for that. I have seen people use wool to make bags, and I want to give it a try. I really do, because I've used Wool Ease, and I can't remember the exact percentage of wool. I think I have one more skein, but I don't know where it is. I don't know the percentage of wool that's used. And I made floor cushions, and I really love how they came out. So I feel like I'm wondering if wool will be good for like sturdy house things. So I might make a pot holder out of some of the wool that I have left. But I also think I want to make that bag, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Because every time I open my Etsy, it's literally the first thing to show up. It's the first thing that comes up every single time. It's on sale right now, and the sale ends in 6 hours. Oh, and it just added to my cart. So there's that. I guess I have to get it now. But I don't know what yarn she used, and it looks like a chunky yarn. It looks like a chunky yarn. Like, look at how cute. So it's very, very similar to the hooks and needles. Very similar to the hooks and needles bag. And I can remind you guys what the hooks and needles bag looks like. And I also have like a fun strap already that I think would look really, really nice with it. I also like how she offers alternatives to like a strap. So like you can make it with a strap, a regular bag strap, or with a fun handle. Brianna Kay is so talented. She's definitely one of my favorite pattern makers. So for the hooks and needles bag, not show the QR code. There we go. This one. So very similar. Very, very similar bag. But I think, yeah, it looks like the pattern is a bit different. Yeah, the stitches look a bit different. So I'm wondering if I should just use the wool for this. But again, I want to see what yarn she used for this one. because I don't want to use just a regular worsted. I would like to use this wool. I think that it would come out really, really nicely. Lindsay, I use Bernat blanket yarn, so I didn't block my daughter's. But my son's is cotton. I haven't blocked his yet because I'm still doing the edges. Got it. Are you gonna block it? Let's see. Yarn supplies. Upcycle alpaca blend worsted. So 33% alpaca, 34% wool, 33% acrylic. 100 grams. 219 yards. Oh no. I think I have barely that. I think I have barely that left over. Ooh. 219 yards. I do. I have barely that. I have barely that left over. Because each one of those donuts for my slarf, each one of my slarf donuts, I think was 80. Where are they? Oh, they're right there. I think, wait, what am I doing? I'm thinking, I think it's 84, 82. Oh, can I reach? Ah, got it. I'm like nervous. You see it in my face? Please be 84. 84. 84. And I have 3 and some. 3 and some? Guys, I'm so excited. I think I'll be able to make this bag. I'm like, where are all my donuts? I think I'll be able to make this bag. Ah, 3 times 84. No. Yes. No? Yes. Oh my gosh. 3 times 84 is 252. Why does that not sound right to me? 3 times 84, 252. Right? 84 times 3, 252. So this pattern only needs 219. Okay, let me get it. Let me get it. I wish I had the strap in here with me so I could show you guys what it looks like. It's a really colorful, like, pink one that I got for Christmas from my mother-in-law. And I think that it will work because it has some cream and white in it. So I think, and if I get like a little pink like tassel clip, are you kidding me? But I also will have pink left over from my last hooks and needles. So I could actually like make a tassel. Like, let me see my Trader Joe's bag of yarn. This one. I might have some of this left over. And so if I made like a little tassel, well, it's so warm and cozy. I don't know if it'll match my strap. We'll have to see. I think I might want to get like a tassel from online or something. Okay, let me buy this pattern. We broke my streak. All right, I just got it. Oh, wait. Okay, now I got it. We broke my no buying patterns on live streak. Oh, well. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Welcome. Let's see. I was making a coaster. Oh, right, crochet coaster, cat coaster. I have one done and one more to do. I'm going to make a couple of frog coasters. That's what it was, coasters. You've already made your pot holders, right? When is your market again? Do you still have time? I hope that you're not rushing. Renee, I sprayed with water, which isn't a choice. LOL. Wet block? I would say a wet block. Yeah, that like soaking. Did you spray it and did you roll it out? If you didn't roll it out, I call that maybe like a steam block. You can vote for that one. Tracy, I am making a wall pocket hanger so I can put my crochet books and crochet newspapers in them. So we're working on the bottom section of it. Let's see. I do have another one. Lisa, another market or another like more stuff that you have to crochet? I feel like bookcases actually, and Kindle cases and laptop sleeves. I feel like that one wouldn't be bad either for markets. We were talking about like what we could crochet for markets that wouldn't be too rough. I feel like those can be added to that list as well. Now that I think about it, especially if you just do giant granny squares. There's a crocheter on the Clock app, especially I've seen her. Oh, I think IG as well, where she makes granny square bookcases. And so she just makes a giant granny square, folds in 3 of the corners, and adds a tie in the top corner so that you can wrap it around and close your book inside. I feel like that would be also very, very easy. Very easy to sell. She adds like little charms to the ends and they're so, so cute. But like I said, I mostly use my Kindle. I don't like carrying my books around. My books are more so considered like collectibles. I like to see my books as like I've collected the book after reading it electronically. So much so that my bestie got me one of those like embossing, like the book stamps. So it's like belongs to the library of Samantha J, I think is what it says. I actually really love it. And I want to organize my bookshelves. I want a couple book nooks, like all of those things, and put them in there. But that's why I haven't made a bookcase, because I don't carry my books around. They stay home safe. But this will probably, if there is a book, like a hard copy of a book that I can't find electronically, or I like borrow a library book, I'll probably put it in this case that I make. That's probably how I'll use it. Lisa, I have another one Thursday. Very nice. Very, very nice. Did you have one this week? Do you do it every week? Lindsay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna block it because I really don't know how to block it. LOL. I mean, you don't have to, especially it's just a blanket, especially a kid's blanket. I don't think you really have to. If I were in your position, I wouldn't block it. I would be okay not blocking it. We had discussed doing gauge swatches and stuff. Like, do you have to do a gauge swatch for a blanket? Do you have to do a gauge swatch for a bag? And I feel like this kind of lands in that same kind of territory, that if you want it to turn out exactly the way that the pattern maker made it, or in an exact size or something, or you want to adjust something, or you just want it a very precise way, doing a gauge, highly recommend. Blocking, definitely recommend. Blocking something will definitely allow you to shape it in the way that you want it to be shaped, and could keep it from changing in the future, depending on the fibers that you used. But I feel like for blankets, I feel like that's just like dealer's choice kind of thing. Like, if you want to do it, do it. If not, then I wouldn't feel bad not doing it. Unless, like, I think maybe if I were to block a blanket, it would probably be in order to even out the stitches. Like, say that my tension wasn't consistent, or that like the strand is looser here than it is there, and I want to kind of like fix this gapping here, or like this row feels tighter than the row before it, like that kind of thing, then I would absolutely block, because that might help to make it more even. But other than that, I don't see a reason to block a blanket. Yeah, I can't really think of a reason to block a blanket. And like this, like I'm not gonna block this. I don't see any reason to. It's cotton, it's very, very durable. I don't think it's gonna stretch very much. It's just gonna be on my wall. It'll just be hanging out. So I'm probably not gonna block it. I did match my gauge though, because I wanted the size to be exactly what she said her size came out to be. So that's an example of that. And I don't know if she blocked hers. I don't remember seeing anything mentioned that she blocked it. So this pattern is made by Goody. If you guys have been here since the beginning of me doing these lives, then you know that I absolutely adore Made by Goody's patterns. I came across Made by Goody because another Yarn Over Hook friend shared a pattern and I loved it and didn't realize that corner to corner can be so versatile. And so I started digging through her website and found a blanket. So I made this one, this pink one here. And this is the Elizabeth mini bean stitch in corner to corner. So I did not even think that this stitch could be used in corner to corner. And look at that. Look at that texture. Such a fun texture. So Made by Goody, Gootie. Highly recommend her patterns, highly recommend her stuff, especially for beginners. If you want to get into making things and it doesn't go by the typical like row by row, like back and forth, like rectangles method. This is a corner to corner. This organizer is made using a corner to corner method. So I made this, I made the loop, and then from there I worked down and out. It's just genius. It is genius. Hi, Emily. How are you? Welcome. How are you doing? And what do you have on your hook? What did you bring to drink? Lisa, and next Saturday. Wow. And I also have some towel toppers. I sell in the building where I live. We can get a table. Oh, that's really nice. Senior living, seniors, and disabilities, and sell them 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, you had mentioned that you sell in a senior living facility. I just find that so fun. It is so much fun. And it is really cool that you do it so often too. Do you find yourself crocheting a lot? How do you keep your crojo up? Your crochet mojo or your crochet joy? How do you keep it up? Also friends who do markets and stuff. How do you keep your crojo up? So I feel like it could be kind of draining to like just be crocheting to sell. I'm just crocheting to sell, just crocheting to sell. I feel like that could absolutely become draining. So how do you guys keep your crojo up? I feel like even like making stuff for content or making stuff just for like, I find myself crocheting more often now than I did before Yarn Over Hook, and keeping my crojo up. I think the best way I have found to keep my crojo up has been to have multiple whips at a time. Being able to jump from things has been like so nice. It's been really nice. Like I have one project that is year long. I'll be working on every day until the end of the year, my mood tracker blanket. And then I have things I can work on in between. Fast things, slower things that I just like, which is why I love doing house things. I found this pattern just because I was like, man, like I'm getting more of these newspapers. I'm getting like little crochet books. I have all these like little skeins. Where am I going to put them? Like I need like some kind of hanger, something to store stuff and to like organize. And that's typically how I end up with another whip. I'm definitely a mood crocheter. Like if I'm cleaning, if I'm decluttering, if I'm just going about the house, I see an empty spot, I'm kind of like, I think I can crochet something for that. I think I can crochet something for that. And I immediately hop on Pinterest. I look for what I want. I get the pattern. I check my yarn stash and see if I have the yarn that I would want to use for that project. And if I don't, I just head on over to Joann. I think that part of Joann closing is something I'm going to miss terribly. I cannot tell you how often on the weekend, on a slow day, where I would find something on Pinterest that I really, really like and have to make in that moment, and would just hop in the car and go to Joann and get the yarn that I need for it. It's going to be such a bummer not to do that. I will have to then be more intentional about my crochet. Because I love this sugar and cream yarn, and I'm going to have to probably order it. I'll probably have to order it online because it's not sold in Michael's. It's not sold at Hobby Lobby, I don't think. And Joann won't be around. So I'll probably have to order it online. So that change will likely make my crochet a bit more intentional and less in my mood. But I literally am thinking on the flip side as well, I can just stock up on yarn. I'll just like buy 3 skeins of something that I like, and then I'll have it just in case I find something. That has been a bit of my mind switch. And so I have been like slowly kind of looking at Hobie, because I have determined that I really do like their cotton. I do like their stuff. The bag that I was showing earlier is from Hobie. The white is K&C from Joann, but the colors are all Hobie. So I might stock up on some sugar and cream. I'm not gonna lie there. I have already gotten a lot of sugar and cream yarn for like summer wearables. Oh, this stitch feels so fun. I've already gotten a ton of sugar and cream from some summer wearables that I want to make. But I might go back because I'd never seen this color even before the announcements of them closing. I hadn't seen this color before, so I'm wondering if they're getting some colors that they hadn't had out from clearing out the warehouse. So I'll probably go back and get more, to be honest. Probably get more sugar and cream. Call up crochet friend Renee because she's a bad influence on me in buying yarn. Hi Demi, hi Auntie, how are you doing? How are your bags coming? Emily, good. Making a poncho for my mother-in-law. Taking a break from market makes. Sipping on iced coffee. Was in a bit of a slump yesterday, so I took a break from technology yesterday for a few hours. That's awesome, Emily. I feel you. That's so awesome. What stitch are you using for your poncho? And what kind of things do you like to make for your market? Michelle, I crochet to turn off anxiety. I see things on Pinterest that helps me decide what next to try. I find myself when I'm stressed, I tend to just crochet. I tend to scroll on Pinterest to look for stuff to crochet. I find that I do the same, Michelle. My yarn board, I wonder, can I see exactly how many pins I have? Oh my gosh, I just forgot. I almost forgot that I bought that pattern. Oh, I'm excited to make that. Ooh, let me save that. Look at me. Look at me all over the place. Don't get distracted. Samantha, pay attention. Okay. Those of you who have crochet boards on Pinterest, let's share how many pins we have. I'll start. I have 547. I have 547 pins. That's actually a lot less than I thought. I thought I would hit 1,000. I thought I would have hit 1,000 by now. I wonder if I have some deleted pins. Lisa, I also sell other crafts that other people make. Oh, I do a little bit a day. However, I usually have an envelope with their money. I can't find one of the envelopes. I think I might have to take it out of a pocket. Usually budget in a box where I keep money underneath my walker. Wow, 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 wow. You have a whole system. You have a whole system. I love that. And I love that you share other people's works as well. That is so awesome, Lisa. I hope that your market goes well next week. That is so awesome. Michelle, I have 811. Michelle wins so far. How many pins do you guys have? How many pins? Tell me. Auntie Demi, I'm good and you, working on smoke and stack inspired fanny pack crossbodies. That sounds fun. Are you freehanding that? Have you posted pictures yet? What do you mean smoke and stack inspired? I have so many questions. Oh my gosh. Did you block your purse that you just made? So the bag, the market bag that I made? No, I will not be blocking it. And I haven't blocked it. I don't feel like I need to. I mean, I didn't wet block it. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. I dry blocked each square. Will I steam block the whole bag? I don't think I will. The size is perfect. I don't want to adjust anything. And it should stay to its size, like relatively. It shouldn't stretch too much because I made it out of cotton. So it should be okay. But we will see. We will see. I might line it. I haven't decided either way. But it doesn't have a whole lot of give. So I'm not very concerned. Because it doesn't stretch a whole lot. Like not as much as like wool. Like wool stretches a lot. Acrylic stretches a lot. But cotton not as much. That's why, like, when people have suggest bags, like making market bags and stuff, they suggest using cotton. And depending on your stitch, it's also like dependent on the stitch that you use. So I don't think I'm going to block it. I think it will be fine. But we'll see. I might line it with some white cotton fabric. But I'm happy with how it is. Let's see. Emily, I am just doing a double crochet stitch in back loops only. It's inspired by a poncho I've saved on Pinterest. I have numerous boards, one for self, one for business in 2023. I used to be on Pinterest so much in college. I feel like that's where most of my pins come from. Yeah. I don't know my total pins, but I have a ton of boards, tons of boards. But that sounds awesome, Emily. Is your poncho crocheting up quickly? I feel like that would be a very quick one. Other boards are based on holidays. My main board has over 600 pins. Nice. I was making French style market bags from 2 of wands, but my furls hook broke. Your furls hook broke, Emily? Which hook did you have? Oh, I would be devastated. Oh my gosh. Lisa, I have to take it out of my pocket if I don't be able to put it back in my pocket. Got it. The limited edition teal ombre in size G. Oh my gosh, is that their oh my gosh, what is it called? Resin? Is that the resin hooks? Not the metal hooks. Is it a resin one? How did it break? Were you just in the middle of crocheting? Oh my gosh. Oh, I couldn't imagine. I'm like looking at my yarn and I know that I got like just a little bit over enough. And so I'm going to count and see where I'm at. I don't think I've done 9 rows yet, but I'm going to count my Suzettes and see where we are because my yarn is dwindling away. So I want to see how much I have left. There shouldn't be a game of yarn chicken. Cross your fingers, knock on wood for me. There shouldn't be a game of yarn chicken because my gauge is still good. It still matches the pattern. and I got almost 30 yards more than what I needed. So there shouldn't be a game of yarn chicken. Wooden. Yeah, I was pulling up a loop, bummed. I did send customer service an email as I'm not even 30 days into my warranty. Wow. I am so sorry, Emily. That's crazy. I was just looking at their wooden hooks. Is that the only furls you have? Okay, I have 4 more. Yeah, I should be good. 4 more rows. Let me show you guys where we are with the yarn. I should be okay. This is where we are. I want you guys to like see the holes that I'm seeing. You see? That's why I went a little bit wide-eyed, but I think that we're fine. I really do. I think that we're okay. And we're putting good energy out there. We are honing in on our crochet ancestors, sending up prayers to the crochet gods. We are going to be okay. We're going to be okay. I have 4 more rows. This had better been enough. This was supposed to be enough. I'm probably just panicking too early. I have yet to lose a game of yarn chicken. Knock on wood. There was some intense yarn chicken going on when I was making those scarves. Trying to use up what was left of the yarn that I had from the bag. On that last row, I had to adjust some tension there. But I won. I still won. So we're going to keep that going. We're going to keep that streak going. And we're only going to wish the best in that I have enough for 4 more rows. What's your favorite yarn to work with? So to work with? To work with, I would say Lion brand 24/7 cotton. I do love working with the 24/7 cotton. I have been using using that yarn for summer wearables. And I also made my rehearsal / like engagement shoot dress with 24/7 cotton. It slides and glides and loops up really nicely. Each stitch is defined. It feels really good. Sometimes it can split. It just depends on the hook that you're using. What else? The colors are fun. It has a really nice sheen to it, which is also why I really like making my swim cover-ups with it, because it has a really just beautiful sheen. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that one. That one's definitely my favorite to use. Emily, no, I have a 12mm that is both wood and resin, but I haven't used it yet. Roxana, hello! No need to apologize. How have you been? How's your hand? Have you recovered from your market? From your yard sale? You're fine. You don't have to apologize. We did miss ya, but you don't have to apologize. Emily, would you say that you still recommend furls? Roxana, much better. Yes, I did. Good. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're doing better. Why am I so concerned about this fit? Like, me making it. I should be fine. I don't know why I'm so concerned about this. I'm wondering if it's because I didn't cake them evenly. Like, I'm looking at them now and one cake looks like it's going to run out before the other. I thought I did a pretty good job. I thought I at least got close. And so that's going to be a bummer if I have to make another knot. That's going to be a bummer. It's not so much like hiding the knot that'll be a bummer. I just will have to then work from one cake. I'll have to pull from the inside and the outside if I run out of one of these cakes. So let's keep going and see. So now we have 3 more rows. Oops, messed that up. I'm currently sewing the flower tote bag together. Roxana, how's it going? Yay, I'm so glad that you're almost done with it. Do you love it? How is it? All the things. Tell us all about it. Emily, maybe. I'll see if customer support gets back to me after Mother's Day. Not an everyday hook. I'm currently using my only prim hook for this poncho. And yes, it is working up fast. Okay. Yeah, definitely keep me posted. Please keep me posted on that because I messed that up. I have been eyeing a Furls hook, but that is interesting news. What is this here? Oh no, do I have to frog? What happened? Oh no, it's fine. We're all good. That would have been a bummer. I have to go all the way back. There we go. Roxana, I love it. Best bag pattern. Yay, I'm so glad. I cannot wait to see the finished product. Lindsay, you have 353 pins. We need to send you more inspiration. Get up to the hundreds. Emily, ooh, which one? I have been eyeing the matte rose metal one. So I feel like there's not much of a concern for breaking there, but I was also looking at their wooden ones. I really do like the wooden hooks. But now that kind of gives me pause. That does kind of give me pause. So I hope that they're able to replace it for you. I did not know that there's a warranty, so that's actually really nice. That's actually really nice to know. So I hope that you're able to get that cleared up and fixed. I really, really do. Because their hooks are gorgeous. Their hooks are gorgeous. If you guys aren't already on Yarn Over Hook, I would love to see what you've been working on during this live, what you have going on in crochet for the weekend. You can sign up for free via the link in the description below. Share, tag me, find me, add me as a friend. Would love, love, love to have you. I would love to see what you're making. Definitely join us over there. We have a great community going on already. Everybody's so awesome and supportive. And I'm just excited to see what everybody's making, especially for the summer. I am very, very excited for summer stuff. Very excited for summer stuff. It was so hot yesterday when we went to the county fair. And so I had to break out like my summer clothes, my summer stuff. And I realized that I have like nothing for summer. I'm like, what did I wear last summer? Like all day yesterday, I was like, what did I wear last summer? And I think it's because I mostly just stayed inside because it was so hot. But it definitely like made me more excited to crochet for the summer. Like even just now when I was opening Pinterest and I was like, ooh, like what caught my eye was a really pretty tank top. I have several tank tops saved to my Pinterest that I really, really, really want to make for the summer. And as well as like some everyday t-shirts, some like v-necks. It didn't dawn on me to just crochet those kinds of things. Because I have sewing patterns for some basic tops, but it didn't dawn on me to crochet some like nice airy tops. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited for summer wearables. So I want to see what you guys are crocheting for the summer. I'm also thinking that I'll probably make a cute little sun hat as well. Because I do have I wonder if that would be enough for a hat. I have a sugar and cream skein that I originally purchased for my hexagon cardigan sweater, and it's like cream. It's like it's like very creamy cream, very creamy cream, and I only have one skein of it. I'm trying to figure out what to make with it, and maybe I'll see if I can find a like summer hat pattern that only takes like 150, like 120, maybe 120 grams of yarn. See if I can find something and just make like a cute little hat from it, because the color is nice. I think it probably will. I'm trying to like find patterns, especially for the summer, to use up a lot of the yarn that I have, especially the cotton yarn that I have. Emily, that one is pretty. I have been hesitant on the Virgo hooks. It's a 90 days. Oh, okay. It says if you send in broken hooks, they will place for free, but only within 90 days. Interesting. Okay. Also the Virgo hooks. Yeah, the Virgo hooks are nice. I do like them. They don't quite fit my style. I'm also a Libra, and I actually do kind of like their Libra hooks. But that matte rose gold, because like you guys saw how excited I got when I was showing you the rose gold wee scissors from my tulip rose. What do I call that? My tulip rose, not collection. The scissors from that are rose gold, and so are the darning needles. I was very excited to see that touch. Like, I feel like something like that you could have easily done silver, even just gold if you weren't really thinking about it. But they did rose gold, and I love the way it looks with my pink tulip rose hooks. So I do love rose gold. And the rose gold furls hooks are so pretty. Even the shiny ones are really, really pretty. Okay, I think we have, do we have one or two more? Let me check. Two more rows. Roxana, I am making a double pocket wall hanger. It is going to fold. It's going to fold like this. And I got two of these, two pockets. So close. So close. I just have a couple rows to do, and then I have to seam it up, and it'll be done. Very excited for this. Very, very excited. This pattern is made by Gootie, Gootie, and I highly recommend it. It is very easy. This has been crocheting up very quickly. I am loving it. Loving it. Oh, yarn over hook, one more free giveaway for wedding week. Yay! First two submissions win. Woo! Check it out, guys. Check it out. Let me see what it is. Open. Yarn over hook community t-shirt. Yay! Yay! Thank you for supporting Yarn over hook. It is free. We cover the shipping, and this has our new hair flip, facelift, our new logo. So you have to check it out, and it comes in such pretty colors. Oh my gosh. So the first two to place the orders will get them, or not place the orders, but I guess like pick them and say, give me. Because it is entirely free. So if you want a yarn over hook, especially with our new logo, if you want a yarn over hook t-shirt, get it right now. There's only two available. Get it right now. Oh my gosh, thank you, team. Wedding week giveaways. What's your favorite hook to use? So I love clover hooks. I love clover hooks. But my brother just sent me tulip rose hooks collection, and I'm really starting to like those as well. But right now I would say that clover is my number one. Tulip rose, eking up there, but I have to make more things with it. I definitely recommend ergonomic hooks. I used to crochet with all aluminum hooks and I would get a lot of pain in my arm. But after switching to clover hooks and especially using like a supportive pillow, I don't have as much pain anymore. So like this pillow, I've mentioned it before during lives, because I'm always using it during lives. This is a Volare pillow. They are currently having a Mother's Day sale going on right now. So you can get 25% off of a pillow, a premium pillow. So if you follow the link in my description, then you can get to their site and you can see the covers that they have. This in conjunction with ergonomic hooks has been like just a complete game changer for me. I found that I can crochet a lot longer. I'm not in so much pain after crocheting. I don't have to take as many breaks as I used to. I still take breaks because it's good to take breaks, but this combination has been really, really nice. If you are looking for a hook, and you're wondering like what hook would be best, I highly recommend just trying them out. Get some hooks, try them out. Most places like Amazon and like big box stores, if you buy a hook from them, you take it home and you use it a little bit, and you're not like throwing your hook around or something, you bring it back in good condition, they'll typically take it back. So that can be a way for you to try different hooks to see what you like. Not every hook works for every person. You actually just have to crochet and try them out to see what works and what doesn't work for you. But I personally really do like the clover hooks. I would recommend them for beginners learning how to crochet. Absolutely would highly recommend them for beginners. The aluminum hooks for beginners, I feel like could be uncomfortable. And I feel like having something with support in the beginning will set you up for success. And then like experimenting with hooks from there. So it doesn't even have to really be a clover. It can be any ergonomic hook. I would recommend any ergonomic hook for a beginner crocheter. And really the reason being is that I would want you or anybody as a beginner crocheter to be focused on the crochet and not so much like trying to figure out how to hold the hook or like the pain in the wrist or like that kind of stuff. I would rather them be able to focus on the crochet. That's why I would recommend an ergonomic hook, getting comfortable from the beginning, like something that will offer you support and comfort from the very beginning. That is what I recommend. Get your t-shirts, friends, get your t-shirts. Oh, that is so fun. Thank you, team. Ooh, let's check the poll. 50%, I don't block. We have 6% dry block, just leave them for a bit. 19% steam block. 25% soak and roll. And 50% I don't block. Those who say they don't block, do you make wearables? Or is it because you make like blankets and bags and like things that you don't really have to block? Emily got mine. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. So we have one more shirt. We have one more shirt available. Grab your shirt, friends. Grab your shirt. Oh, that is so fun. Happy wedding week. I am very excited. I'm not sure if I even explained, like, gone through the scope of everything that I've crocheted for my wedding. So I have my scarf. I've crocheted 3 placemats and I have a 4th one on the hook. 4 table runners that are varying in size. One is 6 feet, one is like 5 feet, and the other 2 are 10 feet. My rehearsal / wedding or engagement dress, and all of our wedding favors. All of our wedding favors. I ended up making 47, I believe, 47 wedding favors. I think those are all of the things. Are they? Those all the things that I crocheted for the wedding? Yes. Yes? Yes. I'm pretty sure. Lots of things. Lots of things. So I am very, very excited. Very excited. My husband painted a ton of stuff. It's going to be a very crafty wedding. Very, very crafty. I also have some other crochet ideas. What are your other crochet ideas, Lisa? All right, one more row. Oof. Yeah, this was not even at all. Oh well. It's just one row. It's just one row. So if I do run out and I have to pull from the outside of the other cake, that's fine because it's just one row. It would have been kind of if I had to do multiple rows, but it's just one. So we're okay. Okay. So this is the last row. And then I want to be sure I have the pattern up. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I just have to fold in the corners. But let me see. One more shirt, friends. One more shirt. Woo! It seems like we had 3 people get the tumblers, and we have one more shirt. Yay! Okay, let me get this pattern up. Where's my girl? Made by Goody. Here it is. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the finished, This is the finished product. That's what it's gonna look like after. So I'm gonna make a second one, I have decided. I'm gonna make a second one with 2 pockets to put over here. I think it will hold my Hobie yarn like skeins really, really well because the Hobie yarn skeins are so cute and little. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to make a second one. It'll be out of this yarn here. What's this, ecru? Yeah, ecru is the color. So it's not quite white. So I'm excited. Because I do this crocheted up so quickly. Okay, so once I'm done, I fasten off and then I fold in both of the corners and use a tapestry needle and whip stitch. Oh, I do them one at a time. Do I do them one at a time? Oh, no, both. And I whip stitch across and up. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think so. I'm looking at patterns for Bernat blanket. I want to start. Oh my gosh, there are so many patterns using Bernat blanket yarn. You'll have to let me know what you end up choosing. Lisa, I also put my crochet on my FB account. Nice, very nice. We would love to have you on Yarn Over Hook. Yarn Over Hook is a social media for crocheters, by crocheters, full of crocheters. So if you guys have not joined Yarn Over Hook yet, I would love to see what you guys are making. Let's see, here we go. I hope it's me. Mars, you are included in that list. Lisa, I want to make a couple crochet dollies. What kind of dollies would you want to make? We saw the cutest dolls at the fair yesterday. There were a lot of really cute dolls, really cute stuffies too that people were making. But I really want to make some dolls too. During the road trip last week, I was able to get some skein tone yarn from a Joanne that we stopped in Flagstaff. And so I'm really excited to make a little mini Sammi. I want to make a mini me really, really badly. The yarn that I found was my skin tone exactly. So I'm excited to make like a little mini me. It'd be so fun to have a cute little like crocheted mini me doll that hangs out with us on live. It'd be so cute. So I have to find a pattern. I do have my little brown girls. My mom got me my little brown girls crochet book. And now that I have yarn that like matches my skin tone, I'm really excited to crack open that book and make a doll. A little me doll. I'm very excited for it. Very, very excited. I haven't made a doll like that. I've made like a bunny stuffy, and I've made like Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service. And they're like standing, so they're kind of like dolls, but not really. I want to make like a doll, like a human. There are a few people in the Yarn Over Hook community that make incredible dolls. Jay is one of them. Christina, I think is her name. She's another one who makes incredible dollies. Just really awesome people in our crochet community. Really, really talented folks. Lindsay, thanks for letting me be in your chat. Gotta go feed my kids. Bye, Lindsay. It was so great to meet you and chat with you. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Michelle, they are fun to make. What do you make? What kind of dollies do you like to make, Michelle? Oh, I think we're gonna make it. And I'll show you guys what I have left of this cake. It is so funny seeing it bounce around in the bowl, but we might make it. Maybe we might make it. And I won't have to tie it off. If I do have to tie it off, it's gonna be for like 4 stitches. I was so close. I make dishcloth and pot holders, and I don't block. Do you make your pot holders out of cotton? Michelle, I make cotton dolls for people. I've made 9. Oh, custom dolls. I make custom dolls for people. I've made 9. Michelle, do you have pictures? You've been holding out. Can you post a picture? I want to see. 9 dolls. My goodness. Yeah, I feel like if I jump into that doll making world, I feel like I'm not going to be able to stop. And I have a lot of skein tone. I bought a lot of skein tone, so I'm just going to make a bunch of little brown girls. They're going to be so cute. I am so excited. I have to like figure out how I want to do hair for everybody and all that stuff. And I had no idea that Skein Tones was owned by Lion Brand. Lion Brand is definitely getting up there on my one and on my oh my gosh, getting up there my top favorite yarn brands. I had no idea. I thought Skein Tone was like an independent thing. I had no idea that Lion Brand was doing Skein Tone. So I'm gonna have to look more in their collection and see what they have, if they have like different hair tones as well and stuff specific for their skein tones. How much is the shirt when it's not free for Yarn Over Hook? Let me double check, because I do not want to tell stories. Or if my team can share the store, the shop. So the signature tee is $25. Am I looking at the right one? Yes, okay. $25. And you can find all of our merch because we have a water bottle, We have the tumblers. We have different shirts. Like the one I'm wearing is Get Hooked. But this one has our old logo. These ones have our facelift, our new logo. Tote bags, because you can never have too many bags for your whips. Enamel mug, and our fun Superfine shirt that you've seen me wear. Our signature totes, which I love, love, love. Yes. Definitely check out our shop on Yarn Over Hook. Okay. Ooh, let me show you guys what we have left. So I have to make 1, 2, 3, 4 more Suzettes. You want to see how much is left in one of the cakes? So this is the cake that I had done, right? This is the other cake. I did not split this skein up evenly at all, and I thought I did a really good job. I did not. That's probably the worst split I have ever done. So let's see if I can finish making these Suzettes without having to make a knot. Horrible job. This is a different kind of yarn chicken that I was not anticipating. We're doing a yarn chicken not so much for running out of yarn, but we're running away from a knot, having to do a knot. So let's see. Let's see where we are. I have 2 more Suzettes I have to make, and it is pulling through the yarn bowl hole. Okay, we made it. All is good. All is good. So, here we are. I can fasten this off and just do a whip stitch, like Made by Goody suggests. Or I can leave it, and I would prefer if my seams were on the inside and unseen. But I could just do it on the outside and add that texture. Okay, let me be sure that I have 33 Suzettes. So we have 33 Suzettes. So we are all done. We are done with the crocheting. So now I want to look at the diagram to make sure I'm folding these the right way, because the pockets go in opposite directions. It gives it a nice, like, ununiform look, which I like. So this one first. This one goes in. And then this on top. And so she is saying that I should, let me just pull this and take this out. Okay, so this is how this is going. So from here to here, and then from here over here. So then that's the pocket, right? So she's saying that I should whip stitch starting here and then go up and connect these 2 pockets. You'll be able to see it, and that's what I don't want. If I do a whip stitch, I might be able to do it in a way that you can't see it here. I don't really care if it's seen at the bottom, but I don't want it to be seen here. So I'm gonna have to like figure out a way so it's not seen here. And then do I do 1 strand or 2? She doesn't specify. 1 strand will probably be fine because I'm not putting anything super heavy. So 1 strand will probably be fine. Thank you, team. There's the shop for Yarn Over Hook, so you guys can check that out and check out what's in our shop. What I'm gonna do first is put some stitch markers to close the sides. I am gonna go ahead and fasten this off. I'm gonna go ahead and fasten this off. And we will end this here. There we go. And then I will just weave that in. There we go. Okay. We have our darning needles. I need to decide, do I want to do one strand or do I want to do two? I feel like two would be really sturdy and smart to do. You know what I mean? Do I think this is long enough for two, or like to use this tail? It has to be, I think it's a good rule of thumb is 3 times as long is what I need. And I don't think that this is 3 times as long. Ooh, it is, but just so. Okay. So then we will use this. I feel like 2 is going to be hard to whip stitch. I think 2 is going to be hard. So we're just going to do 1. So we have this little bit. It's going to go in our tail jar. Because I can't make a granny square out of that. So it's not going to go in our scraps. I feel like 2 would be, or 1 would be fine. This is strong. This is a sturdy one. And I feel like if I do a whip stitch, if I just do it tight, so not a whole lot of gaps, that it'll be fine. Okay, so I want to put stitch markers. I'm gonna put stitch markers so that I know where to connect stuff. Let's see here. This will go in here. And then in here. The bottom of the triangle. Oh no, I think I did it wrong. Oh no, I did it right. Yeah, I did that right. So there we go. So that's the first pocket. And then the bottom pocket, this one goes in first. So let me count the Suzettes. 11 Suzettes in. And right there. So put a stitch marker here. I'm whip stitching my bag closed. Okay. Are you doing 1 strand or 2? And I'll put this here. I will be posting pictures to Yarn Overhook. Yay! Yes, please. I want to see these beautiful dolls. I'm sure they are gorgeous. Your flowers are gorgeous. So I'm sure your dolls are gorgeous. Let me hurry up and get this hook out my mouth. There we go. 11. And 11. We'll put that there. There we go. So this is where we are, friends. This is where we are. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to close this shut. This is how I'm going to sew it. So it's going like this. Like, that is so smart, and this is what it's gonna look like. That's what it's gonna look like, friends. Oh my gosh. I am going to be so meticulous about sewing this. So I'm not going to do it here on live, but I will post a picture on Yarn Overhook as soon as I finish. So if you want to see the finished complete product with my Crochet Now and my hooks and needles, little booklets and newspapers in here, sign up for Yarn Over Hook. It's free, a social media for crocheters. You can follow the link in the description below. I am excited for this, and I will probably start my other one. I'll probably start my other one after this, like after I'm done seaming this up, like almost immediately. This was a very quick crochet. Again, I highly, highly, highly recommend this pattern. I will put it in the description of this video as soon as I get off of live so that you guys can find it. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, friends. Thank you as always. Thank you so much for crocheting with me. I hope that you all were able to get a whole lot of crocheting done. Roxana, I can't wait to see your bag. One strand, so I hope you're close. I hope you're close. I cannot wait to see your bag. Michelle, I can't wait to see your dolls. Lisa, good luck with your sales, with your market. Emily, it was so nice to meet you and see you. Yeah. Have a great rest of your Saturday, friends. Crochet all day. And I will see you guys next Tuesday at 3:30. Okay. Yeah, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Have a great rest of your Saturday, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys next week.